Hello grade 4, how are you? I hope everyone is fine and healthy at your places. So I'm back with story time, Tiny and Leo part 2. So please open to your student book page number 90. So do you remember what happened in the part 1? Let me revise with you. Tiny the mouse was in the forest looking for food when he found a mango. While trying to lift up the mango, a hungry snake saw him and tried to trick him in order to eat him. At that moment, Leo the lion just happened to come upon them, and he decided to save Tiny from the snake. The story ended with Leo having picked up Tiny and the mango, and Tiny terrified of being eaten by Leo. So now we are going to listen and read about second part of the story. So let's have a look at the pictures. I want to know that what do you think? Do you think that did Leo eat Tiny? And did Tiny help Leo? Who is the champion? Look at the picture. Who is the champion? Yes, before reading, I really want you to make a guess what is going to happen. So I'm going to play CD. Just listen and shadow read. And please underline superlative and comparatives and any word which you find that you need to know the meaning of this word. Are you ready for listening?
Story time. Tiny and Leo. Part 2. Activity 1. Did Tiny help Leo? Listen and read.
Please don't eat me,
said Tiny.
I'm not going to eat you, little mouse,
Leo said. Leo carried Tiny and his mango home.
Thank you for helping me. I'm going to help you too one day,
said Tiny, and he waved goodbye to Leo.
How can the smallest mouse in the forest help me?
Leo said as he walked away. The next day was the lion race. Leo ran in the race and won. He was the fastest lion in the forest and the new champion. After the race, Leo was very thirsty, so he went to the river to drink some water. Two lion hunters were behind a big tree.
That's the fastest lion in the forest and the most difficult to catch. I'm going to catch it with this net,
said one of the hunters. The hunters tied the net to the tree and left. Leo was very tired. He walked to the big tree to rest. Leo didn't see the hunter's net. He got caught in it.
Help! Help!
He shouted. Tiny heard Leo shouting and ran to help. Tiny saw Leo in the net.
I'm small, but I can help you. I'm very good at climbing.
Tiny climbed to the top of the net and cut the rope with his teeth. Leo was free.
Thank you,
Leo said, and the two best friends walked into the forest together.
Yeah, so happy ending. So let's have a look at the frame number 1. Let's talk about what happens in each frame. Tiny begs Leo to not to eat him. Leo doesn't eat Tiny. Instead, he helps him by taking him and his mango home. They part with Tiny promising to return the favor someday. So let's have a look at the frame number 2. The next day, Leo is announced champion of the lion races. Thirsty as he is after the race, Leo decides to go to a nearby river for a drink. So frame number 3, what happened here? Yeah, as you know, as Leo drinks from the river, 2 hunters see Leo and they decide to set up a trap to catch him. So frame number 4, as Leo walks to a tree to rest, the hunter's net falls on him and he gets caught in it. Leo is shouting for help when Tiny hears him and runs to help. So have a look at the frame number 5 and 6. So as you can see, Tiny is good at climbing. He climbs up the tree and chews the rope the net is hanging from to free Leo. Leo thanks Tiny and the 2 friends go off into the forest together. So if you want to listen again, please, you can play the CD again and you can shadow read. So after reading, I would like to ask you some questions. As you know, this is our journal practice in class. So are you ready for those questions? This is the most interesting part of this story time because I love your interaction. But here I'm going to ask you a question. Look at the questions. I will pause myself, I'll stop myself, then you can answer. So look at the screen. Here are some questions. Frame number 1. What does Leo do to Tiny? Yeah, the answer is he carries his mango and him home. So next question about frame number 1. What does Tiny tell to Leo? So look at these questions. I'm waiting for your answers, okay? So you can scroll down this activity, read question, and then give me answers, please. Frame number 2. What does Leo do to the next day? Who is the fastest lion? Why does Leo go to the river? Frame number 3. You can pause the video, look at the question, and you can underline the answers in your student book and give me your answers while you are having underlined pictures. I hope you understood this one. Frame number 4, then frame number 5 and 6. Questions are here. Look at the question, read yourself and underline the answer in your student book. Now look at the activity at your workbook. Workbook page number 82. Read and complete. Use the past simple of the verb in the box. So this is the best time to revise our simple past of verbs. So let me give you answers. Here are first form of the verbs are written. Go. Go will change into went. Very good. Run. The second form will be same. Run. Fall. Fell. Carry. Carried. Walk. Walked. Leave. Left. Climb. Climbed. So these are first form of the verbs. You have to change first into simple past. Then look at these sentences. Read carefully and write the correct form of the verb. Look at the activity 2. Read and match who said what. So you have to read carefully your story and you have to match this speech bubbles. Who said what. Then put in order. This is the best way to recall your story and to put in order number 1 to 8. So do this activity, enjoy your story time and send me your answers and feedback. You know, when you send me your pictures and images, I feel more connected to you. So thank you for your feedbacks and your answers. Bye bye. See you next time for new lesson.